What's up? Here we go. Happy Monday. I didn't do anything with my hair, but let's go. Gotta go. What's up, Sandra? Welcome to Coffee Talk. Here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and get into it right now. I gotta start with some music because that's just how my day goes. All right. So, shirt number 2 from my sister. I don't know if you guys can see the whole thing. What's up? That's happening. Yes. I know. It's like we gotta hack our life. Hey, welcome to Coffee Talk. They call me Lisa G. I am your coach, your fitness trainer, your motivation, your mama to get it going. Here we go. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. I gotta get my volume on here. I'm not even up and running. Hold on. What's up? Here we go. Now I got the speakers going. There it goes. And no. And there we go. What's up, Lori? What's up, Don Shaw? What's up, Sandra? What's up, Laura? My hair's growing out, so it's just kind of like it's not in between. It's like it's like half ponytail. So whatever. It is what it is. Happy Monday as always. I get cranked up here. What's up, yo, Marie? I've already kind of said good morning to everybody that's on my... I'm hacking everybody. I'm like, good morning. It's Monday. Let's crush. Let's go. Let's get Monday going. Seriously, yeah. What's today's hack? Like, what are we hacking today? Like, totally, what are we hacking? Why we grow old and how to hack the hands of time. Yeah, what up? My peeps are on here. Super in a really cool kind of mood. And I want to share with you guys. Over the weekend I went and I had amazing ribeye. I'm like a filet mignon girl. Like I really like that soft and that buttery massaged like tenderness of the meat. But my friend Josie, Chef Josie from Bubbles and Pearls, does like this ridiculous ribeye. Like it just shakes me. It's so good with the topped with blue cheese. Like, oh my god. People ask me all the time. They're like, I actually went into, as you guys know, been working on my shoulder. I'll tell you about that. Carpal Tunnel, got that done. And it's, on the mend, on recovery. I also got my trigger finger. It's still a little tender. Ow, that kind of hurt. Got my trigger finger worked on, and if you guys don't know what a trigger finger is, Google that. But trigger finger is when the tendon, it's actually there's a sheath inside of the finger, so it gets stuck, and it's just like it's like it unsticks it. And so that was a big old needle in my hand. So I've been. My friends are laughing at me. They're like, okay, you're like bionic now, like all this stuff that you're having done. I'm like, well, I've come to this point where as a, professional athlete, as an extreme athlete, I've been living my life not the fancy way. I have fancy friends. Yeah. So I wanted to talk about my fancy friends. Actually, I don't have a lot of friends. I know a lot of people. I have people that I adore that are in my life. But my friends are I have a few friends that Like, I call them my, like, go to jail friends. I think people will open up their toolbox, let's say. Like, I think people open up their hearts to a lot of people. I do. My first reaction to most people is I'm like, yeah, come on in. Sure. And then I let them make the mistakes. I let them write their chapter. And when it comes to the end of their chapter, I'll definitely be like, all right, you wrote that, I didn't. Like, and I've kind of lived my life like that, where I have friends that are just like, they keep writing these amazing chapters, you know, and they're good people, and they treat me so well, and super respectful of my time, my energy, and really not trying to make me something that I'm not, or putting me in a box along with other people. And I think when you grow old, and I think I saw that a little bit in, I saw that in my grandfather, and what I saw at the end of his life. And he lived a great life, but he also was, and again, you know, no judgment on him other than when you're little and you watch things from a little person's perspective, we don't know sometimes. It's like, how did you become the religion that you're in? Is because that's your family. You were raised that way. If you lived somewhere else, you'd probably be another religion. But that religion is the brainwashing starts early, and that's your indoctrination. So when we look up at our big people, we kind of take cues, and we watch their face, we watch their eyes, we watch their reactions, and we see how they respond. And when I grew up with my grandfather, who is not my biological grandfather, but to me he was my grandfather, he was racist and bigoted and homophobic. And when you're a little person, you don't know what any of that means. You're taught that, or you're shown that, or when it comes to race or religion or any subset of population, your big people will, you know, put their garbage, I say, on you, and you become that. And so many people do. And so many people, like, we spend like a lifetime, and we spend money. We spend good money trying to, you know, back out of those things that the big people around us put inside of us. And it's hard. It's hard sometimes to, you know, you want to say that was someone that influenced me, but the things that were said were just atrocious, you know. And thank God I had parents that weren't like that. So as a side note, would always be like, okay, don't listen to your grandfather, you know, when he says things like this and that and this and that. I'm like, okay, because I thought it was just me, but boy, can he be, woo. And I grew up also with, you know, racist uncle, brother, like in my close family. And, you know, and it's hard. It's really unfair that as a child, especially, I was the youngest, so I didn't have anyone under me. So always looking up to, you know, parents and my older influence, you know. Even school teachers are well-meaning, but they say things that they get inside of you, and there's like a schism, like a little, and those things build over time. And when those things build over time, it's almost as if we become those things. And not even becoming those things, but you you are racist because you're taught that. You're not racist. Racism is not a thing. It's just not a thing. It's a formed, information. Like, here, I'm going to throw this information at you. Like, a stop sign is to get you to stop your car so that you don't crash. Racism is that, ideology that these people, this subset of people, just repeat. And it's like gossip. Racism is like gossip. It's like, where did it come from? How did it start? How did it get in your house? And how did it get in your head? Because I've been exposed so much to a balance of life that I know that racism is not your skin, it's your mindset. And your mindset is just pathways, neurons, and energy. And you can change that. Anybody can change a mindset. And that's why when we talk about getting old, it's a mindset of getting old. It's a mindset to do anything. Like, when people talk about IQ, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know that I believe in that. And I don't even know that has any value. Or, oh, she's so smart. I love when parents do that to kids. Oh, my kid's really smart. I'm like, that is a red flag for me when parents do that. Because A, I'm pretty sure the kid's not that smart. It's just a kid that might be precocious or, and there are smart kids out there. I've seen, like, smart. Like, whoa. How does that kid, like, 4 years old playing, classical piano? That's not just smart. That's just like, okay, that's on another level. That's a savant. That's, like, different. It's not what we're talking about. And you do see that those kids are, they're influenced by their parents. Like, if you didn't have a piano, would you know you could play piano, right? So at a very early age, those parents were like, I'm going to dump a piano on this kid and I'm going to expose the kid to, like, a lot of stuff. And then therefore you have this kid that has pathways that are just like, whoop, right? Or you have a kid that is exposed to zero. And then all of a sudden you have this person who's like this whiz. Smart. Just like it's in them. It's who they are. Right? And then you also have people that are out there that are like really like truly gifted and talented, that are on a spectrum and dealing with, again, it's that high intelligence for whatever reason that person has that intelligence. But what we wanted to talk about today was really thinking about why are we getting old, and why we get people that, if we took a group of people, like if I go back into my yearbook, you get a haircut? No. This shit's like crazy. Are you kidding? Look at it. It's like, it's got a mind of its own. We talk about the subset of people, right? Have you ever go back into your yearbook? And not even like my yearbook, but I think about the people that I grew up with, the kids that I grew up with. And I grew up with, there are a lot of people born and raised in Miami. I have friends from my childhood that I know and I'm still friends with. And I see a lot of these people. And listen, I'm in the fitness industry. I have been forever. It's not just what I do for a living. It's my passion. It's my obsession. Like, I love hacking the body. And I have those hacks that are available. But so many of you also are so afraid of breaking away from tradition. So many of you are afraid of, like, what's real? Like, when I talk about breakfast is the worst meal of the day. And it frightens people. It frightens people in a way where they go, oh my God, but I was told that it's the most, yeah, but who told you? And why did they tell you? And is it really healthy for you? Is it the right thing for you? And what I've been able to do and hack in my life, whether it be in my relationships, whether it be in where I live, the way I dress, the friends that I keep, my relationship with my family, the clothes I wear. I hope y'all are digging my Deadpool unicorn. My sister got me this. I gotta cut the sleeves off. You know I gotta cut the sleeves off, right? Guns out, guns out! No, I feel like my arms get pulled down, like the sleeves get in the way. Like, I'm constantly doing that, right? But we go back to talking about how are we hacking our age? And I see so many, and I reference my life because those people that I grew up with are overweight, out of shape, and incredibly invested in the medical community. And what I mean by that is that they have blown, they've just shot themselves like in the foot by giving their life over to a professional guesser. And I love science and I love the medical community. As much as I hate the medical community, there are more liars than there are truth seekers. When you know that your medical doctor has no idea about modern or the science, the real science behind nutrition, and people say, oh, I went to a dietitian or I went to a nutritionist. I'm like, yeah, but remember their education was paid by, and the books that they read, and I'm not talking about basic information, but food is a lot easier than you think it is. And there are so many lies out there, and your physical body is a response. Like the way you look, it's not your fault if you gain weight. It's not your fault, like the diabetes and all the heart disease and all these things can be cured in 1 second if you wanted to. But so many people are, your big people told you a lot of things when you grew up and you've stuck with that. And as an example, I use the term when I do my lectures and I talk to big groups of people, and I say, answer my sentence. Milk does a body what? Go ahead and answer. I'll take a dance break here. Maybe not. Dance break? Just saying. No? You don't want to play? No? There it is. In my Mindset Reset program, 5-week program, the one thing that we understand is that we are programmed. We are programmed with certain information. And that information that we're programmed with it's almost like if I am, what am I drinking? Can't tell you. No, I'm just kidding. Bia, I'll get you hooked up. Yeah. You do love whole milk? Can I talk about the truth about milk? Kimberly needs to get in Mindset Reset. Just saying. Milk from a cow is one thing, but what you buy in the store is so far from what milk really is, and milk never did a body good. It's just disgusting, by the way. Just gross. Once I get you off of milk, you'll never go back. Yeah. Right. Advertising gets in your head. No, Laura, let's take it one step back. Our parents didn't want to go to jail. So, because you don't wake up pregnant with a manual, because so many people are just pregnant, whoop, that happened. And they go to the hospital and they're given this human, and then they go home and they try to figure it out. Like we have more time learning how to drive than we do learning how to take care of a human. And so many of us are in the hands of people that should have never had kids. I'm just saying. I always say my mom should have never had kids. My mom was not a mom. My mom was like busting her ass working. She got, she's almost like a Schitt's Creek mom. Like she just like had her own agenda doing her thing. She loved us and she took care of us totally. But she just like had her own thing going on. The calcium benefits of milk are best before the age of 5. No, they're actually not. That's one of the biggest myths. Calcium does not come from milk. That was a lie. Sorry. And what milk does is leach calcium out of your bones. But let's not go there because we're talking about aging. We're talking about what makes you old. Stop drinking milk. There are plenty of other things you can drink out there, and you guys spend a lot of time worrying about the things that it's not calcium. It's actually magnesium that we need. Yeah, we were lied to. We were lied to about a lot of things. Remember, you're given this information early on, and it's just pushed. It's pushed. I've always said, just because everyone is doing it doesn't make it right. The mindset of the herd does not make it right. I've always stepped away from, let me check that out. Because as a kid, drinking milk always made me sick to my stomach, always made me bloated. And even as an adult, and I really stopped drinking milk when I was about 16, I hated milk. Like, it just tastes gross. Like, the thought of drinking cow milk just... And I have, for 40 years, taken my students and have done a 30-day detox on milk. And I put them on something else, it'll be a substitute because they have to have that or creamer for coffee. I'm like, okay, I got it. How about an almond base? And when they go back to milk, they can never drink milk again. They're like, ew, that's disgusting. What? Yeah. So let's talk about why we came here today. Hold on. So, why we grow old? Number 1, mindset. Number 2, listening to the big people and the people that influence us. I think if I asked you guys to write down, like, there are certain points in your life where you've made, like, yeah, I'm dairy free because of gastritis, made a huge difference. Yeah, 100%. I take everybody off of milk. And I turn them on to other things, and their gut health just like, woof, yeah. You're kind of new to you and kind of want I'm 57. Yeah, I'm 57. Dude, with abs. Yeah. And that's why I'm talking about age, because we never know where we are in the world. If you didn't know your age, how old do you think you are? Not acting immature, because I always reference, like, being young doesn't mean act like an idiot and do immature things. But when we reference getting old, I see so many people my age and younger. Can you repeat? The people, doctors you follow, did not write it down last week. Yes, I will. Absolutely. People that are my age or younger, even in my subset of like 5 to 7 years, forward or backwards, I don't fit in. I don't mentally fit in. I don't physically, obviously don't fit in. I don't, I have a hard time, talking to people that are my age, that are talking at a level, and they don't know how old I am, or they're not, their perception is very like, wow, this person is talking like my 86-year-old mother. And the excuses and the whining and the complaining and the bitching and the moaning about, oh, I'm like, I can't do this and I can't do that. And it's guys and it's girls. It is not, there's no discrepancy. There's no age bracket. It's almost like I've had kids and now I have a license to just get old. And now my kids are off to college, so I can just kick back. And, oh, now I'm a grandparent, so I fit into this group of, this is the world of lazy boy. My lazy boy crowd. And then you become a subset of the medical community. And that medical community loves you. They love you, old farts. They love you guys. They love when you guys are like, oh, I have this, I have that, or my stomach. It starts with your gut. It really does. It all starts with your gut. Like the crap that you eat. Again, if you guys are in this mindset of, I want to feel amazing over 40. Because under 40, you still get away with stuff. You can still kind of live at a certain level and things don't start appearing. But over 40, for my girls, the weight gain, the laziness, the moaning and groaning, the not wanting to do the work, but I'm tired and I'm like, but I'm so tired. Like, you haven't done shit, bitch. And those booty band workouts that you guys are doing, by the way, they're not working. They're just not working. And I want you guys to understand, I love a booty band as much as anybody. And I use those as an accessory tool. But when I get on any kind of like social media now and I look at these people that are out there going, 7-minute workout. I love her. 7-minute workout. I want to punch her right in the throat. Like the misguided information. 7 minutes? You got to be busting your ass more than ever. But you have to do it smart. You have to do it smart. And you can't give in. You cannot give in to, I feel, because it's your gut that's tricking you. It's your gut that's tricking you. Because you're eating like shit and you're eating all the wrong things. So your body is falling apart. Your body is actually leaching from the inside, scrambling for any kind of proper nutrition, which you're not giving it. You're storing more and more and more body fat. So more than ever, you're getting to a point where you are aging yourself and looking outside of yourself for answers to the one thing that you can do for yourself, which is, hey, I might want to start treating myself a little bit better and stop eating so much crap. And you guys that are still drinking like fish, I'm telling you something right now. Either you get into an AA program or you reach out and you contact me, because drinking is killing you. And the way I look at it is, if I'm doing all these things to my body and I want some stranger to fix me, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot and you're lazy and you're selfish and it's a slow suicide. It's a slow suicide. Or maybe it's not slow. Sorry. I get so confused. There's something over here. I think it might be my candle. Why are we getting old? And how you hack the hands of time. I just trademarked muscle is the new Botox. And I'm not talking about, listen, ladies, gentlemen, because there are a lot of guys out there that need Botox, and you guys are like, oh, just not a manly thing to do. Yeah, but you look like shit. You look like shit. And just a little bit of Botox goes a long way. And for my girls out there that are just over Botoxing or filling or the lips, what's with the lips? Can we stop over plumping lips? You're not fucking Angelina Jolie and you look ridiculous. Because we all know what you look like normally, and then the lips, you just look fucking crazy. You look like a crazy person. Okay, you do. And if no one's telling you, I'm telling you. I'm telling you for all of us that are out there that love you, stop over plumping your lips with shit. Because there's a point where you look older because you're doing so much work on your face, and then your body looks like a bag of shit. So don't stop scaring people when you like show up and your face is done, and then you take your clothes off and you're like, hey babe, and you're like, oh, whoa. So we're trying to matchy match. Now, if I just came across insulting to some of you need to be told because you're not listening. And you're looking in a mirror that's right here instead of the whole full-length mirror. Take your clothes off. Does your body match your face? Does your face match your body? Because it's not working. And when you walk into a room, it's great. You look great. Those clothes, those very overpriced clothes, a lot of you are making yourself look older by the way you dress, by the way you act, by the shit that you put in your face. And you're not really looking at yourself from a spiritual perspective. If I look at you and I think, my God, what do you look like coming out of the deep end of a pool? Naked. What's your heart look like? What's your soul look like? I think about people that I know, that I've seen, my best friends, like raw, and they look more beautiful raw. Zero makeup. Right? Just look at somebody and go, God, that natural beauty is priceless. Just priceless. You know why? Because the confidence that comes with that. Because that person doesn't give a fuck about who's looking at them. And I'm not talking about, listen, I love a good, fresh Botox. Why? Because I know that when I don't do it, people look at me and they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I just haven't had Botox in a month because fucking COVID. Chill. Or when I do it, a week later, people are like, oh my God, you look amazing. I'm like, yeah, because Botox. And then there's like that subset of people that are like, that's not natural. And I want to go all natural. I'm like, that's fine too. At the end of the day, it really comes down to what does your spirit look like? How do you present yourself to the world? I can't read. I can't handle candles. Yeah. It could be why. Yeah. Judy. What about the butts? What about the butts? True. Too much Botox. Yeah. I look like a albino poodle with no makeup. I look like an albino poodle with no makeup. Okay. Yeah. I had to really get a visual on that, Laura, because albino poodle, like the ones with the blue eyes. I love albino people. I know. I've never even said that out loud. I think they're so beautiful. Like, oh, I don't know why. I don't know why. It's like visually like, oh, they're so beautiful. Like, oh my God. I saw an albino guy. I think he's from Sweden. He was on Instagram. I'm like, just like, he was so beautiful. Yeah, anyway, I don't know where that went. All right, let's talk about hacks. I think we need a... Oh, Powder. I love that movie. I saw it like 10 times. Your eyes are green and basically powder with dark curly hair. No, you're actually not. Laura, you are dark-skinned Latin girl, by the way. I don't know who convinced you that you're powder, but you're not. Not even close. But, okay. I want to give you guys some hacks. And, Judy, you talked about write down the people that I follow. I want to give you guys a list if you want to write them down. And these are basically the people that I feel are pretty cutting edge. I don't necessarily think that they're controversial. I think that they are, and I don't even think they're fringe. I don't know why, because I really look for and I study and I research the hell out of these people before I even recommend them, because I want to make sure. It's like years and years and years and years and years ago, when we shifted off of, and I was a vegan and a vegetarian. I was both, years ago. And, you know, I was like into that, oh, you know, don't kill the animal bullshit, a long time ago. And then I also, I'm the color variant with no spray tan. I'm Irish, so very pale. Not really, but okay. And I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that no animal thing because I'm such an animal person, you know. And then I'm like, and I was influenced by some people that were around me, so I kind of went into that vegetarian thing, and I absolutely does not work for me. I can't even begin to tell you, you know, became anemic, and I didn't even know what that was all about. Then I tried to go vegan, and that was a nightmare. I tried to go raw. That was an even bigger nightmare. You just basically don't even eat. And I think that you end up also somewhere between cultural eating, what you like or what you love, and then you make your pathway through what works and what doesn't work. And the ethics of eating animals, hard one for me. I can take you off of that in 1 second. I think that ethics is a bunch of bullshit. And I've gone through that because I went through that years ago. And I have people that are like super vegan, ethical. I mean, it's stupid. We're designed to eat meat, and the fattier meat, the better. It's how we've evolved. And you know, there's a whole community and science community of people that are out there that are just like rocking it and understanding that, you know, there's meat consumption and then there's this plant-based thing, and I'm like, I'm somewhere in between both of them, and knowing what works for my body and what makes me feel the healthiest I've ever been in my life, mentally and physically. There's a balance. And I know that people that are out there that are also, they're trying so hard to go the other way, and they're super unhealthy. I have a couple of people that I'm working with right now that are psychologically damaged from not eating meat and trying to be like, I don't want to kill the animal. I go, I get it. But remember that our planet on the whole, you know, we have this consumption, this meat consumption, and if it's done right, there's ethically farmed. There's a whole division there, and you need to be mindful of that. And then there's the people out here that they're trying to be vegetarians and don't realize how toxic a lot of plants are. And we're not told that. We're like, you gotta eat your fruits and veggies. And I'm like, yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. Like, we're not designed for that. And I'm telling you guys not to freak you out or be controversial. I'm just like, The science is out there. If you just want it, it's available. And the people that I follow are, you know, they've also got that ethical standpoint of saying, eat whatever you want, but if you're eating the things that your body does not want, and you're getting sicker and unhealthy and driving yourself into the ground. I have people that are just super highly medicated that are vegetarian, and I'm like, it's your diet, boo. You're eating like all the wrong foods for your body. Oh, but the animal, I'm like, I know, I get it. I'm a woman that lives with 6 dogs now, right? And I've had animals my whole life. I see a dead iguana and I internalize that. A fucking iguana. And I'm like, oh, let alone I see like a dog running loose in the street. I am rocked for the day. I can't even deal. I have to pull over and like regroup. So you're talking about, you know, the meats and consumption. Let's not go there. So I will give you guys my hacks right now, which I feel are most important. High protein, 0 carbs. We've been eating like oats and grains and rices and things like that for so long. Then there's the oxalates and salicylates from plant-based diet. Yeah. I eat most of vegetarian because meat hurts my stomach, but I am very anemic because of my iron absorption. Yeah. I think you guys write things on here, and I have no idea what you're saying. If it's a question or it's a comment, kind of fill it, because I don't know what you guys are thinking, and I want to answer your questions, so give it to me in a way that I can understand a little bit better, like what you're going after, because I got a lot of science up in here that kind of shuts down a lot of things that you guys say, and I love you, and I need you guys to understand, like, I've been where you are. This is what I do every day. I fix people, and sometimes I have to fix you mentally before I can fix you physically, because you've gotten your mindset, you just own. You're like, no, I'm not. I'm like fixed. I have a fixed mindset. I got a fixed mindset. Fixed mindset. Instead of saying, fix me, because what I'm doing's not working, and I'm not healthy, and I'm willing to try anything. And I've had people come to me, they're like, Lisa, I'm willing to do anything, and yet their fixed mindset has them so stuck on believing what their big people told them, or what the advertising and marketing world has shoved onto them. Milk does a body good. No, doesn't, never did. And where we need to get into another mindset of rethinking our food and rethinking how we do things. I want to live a long life. That's where I go. That's where I want to go in my world. How do I get to, I look at my own family and go, how do I avoid that? I don't want to become any of that. I don't want to be any of that. And I want to make sure that I'm not turning my health over to people that don't know me. Like, when I go to a doctor, I'm like, sit down, just take notes, because I've got a lot to say before you even touched me. And you just noticed, hey, look, on a rainbow. The unicorn's my thing, man. Look, this is what they give me. This is the kind of stuff my friends and my students send me. Wait, I got one more. This was a gift. So this is my current gift. I hope you guys get this. For real? Is that like too much or what? Okay, and what's funny, and I hope you guys get this, is that it's a Ruth Bader Ginsburg pop-up. Hold on. Number 45. Did you get that? Yeah. That's funny shit. I got all kinds of things over here. I got all kinds of... This my sister sent me. You guys, I'm gonna build out. I'm moving, but I'm gonna put my my wall together. But my sister sent me. I'll show you guys from the backside, the little tail. But it's a unicorn, and it's holding pictures. And I'll show you the pictures that I have, because I think they're pretty funny. That's me. That's like an evolution. What's up? Yeah. Okay, somebody sent me this, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's a little wallet. Yeah. Okay, I got one more. One more. What's up, Melissa? And this is from, you guys dig that? Yeah. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Don't fuck with my shit. So how are we hacking? So Melissa, we're talking about why we grow old and how to hack the hands of time. So I'm eating food that is designed for my body. Foods are good for anemia. What foods are good for anemia? Headaches, nosebleed, blah. Whoa, yeah. Laura, you got a lot. You got a lot on the plate there. Look at this crazy hair. Anyway, I think where we lose touch with reality is we stop looking at what's next, what's in front of us, what's going on. I don't think that, or one of the protocols that I like to put my clients and students on is 30-day detox. And what does that mean? Getting rid, funneling down and getting down to basics. You know, what are the 5 or 10 basic foods, and eliminating everything else, eliminating all sugars, eliminating all starches, all grains, all irritants in the body. And once you've eliminated, once you've cleaned up, it's almost like I want to take your belly back to being a baby belly. You know, what does a baby consume? And I'm not talking about applesauce, but we're talking about, you know, what are those basic foods? And when you eat them, how do you feel? And what are the foods, what are the meals that you've eaten that you have felt the best? And I'm not talking about, yeah, I feel great when I eat, you know, pizza. No, it's how is your gut responding to the foods that you eat? But I want to get out of food a little bit, and I want to talk about like mindset also. And what are the hacks? What's up, Melissa? What are the hacks that have driven me to a place where I'm 57, but I feel 25. And I say 25 as in, what was I doing at 25? Because I think before that, there's a lot of growth in your life. There's a lot of, I've been all over the world. I've traveled everywhere. And I spent a good portion of my 20s and 30s working for Reebok and Nike and traveling all over the world and teaching and educating and becoming a fitness ambassador. So all the travel that I did a lot, extensive traveling and learning different cultures and learning how other people eat and learning how, you know, there are different ways of eating. And I love going to Asia, and the Asians for me was like, oh my God, this is perfect. You know, salmon for breakfast was like, really? Salmon for breakfast? I love this. And kimchi, you know, that fermented food. I was like, wow, they get it. That's why you don't see obese people in Asia. You just don't. Like, you don't. Like, you do, but you don't. Like, when I grew up, there was like one fat kid. That was it. One. There weren't 5 or 10. It was like one fat kid. And that fat kid just ate shit all day long. Like, that's what they did. Like, their parents bought them, their big people bought them shit, so that's how they ate. And and they're still fat to this day. And I also grew up with people that were super skinny that are now at my age, grown up, and extremely overweight and out of shape, and incredibly old people at 57, like incredibly old. I see people, I walk around and I see people, and I try to do an age assessment. Trader Joe's has kimchi? Oh yeah. If you're not making your own. No, I'm not making my own. I buy it. I also do sauerkraut. I kind of love sauerkraut. My dad used to do sauerkraut all the time, so I got into that. And I didn't know how good it was. But when I have an upset stomach, I kick that back a little bit. Umeboshi plums. If you guys have never had an umeboshi plum, umeboshi plums also, they're like this big, and they come in a little container or a jar. If you ever have a upset stomach, suck on one of those, and that just kind of like settles things down. But also, that is a natural way of living, and I think so many people have gotten away from. We're just lazy. We create laziness as an excuse for not eating well. We're not treating our bodies well. One of the other protocols that I do for most of my clients is, are you walking? Bye, babe. Have a good day. Are you walking? Are you waking up and walking? Are you waking up and moving? And if you're like me, I'm actually going to go for a run because I don't want to work out later, because I'm sore. My body's sore, so I don't want to lift weights. I just want to go for a run. It's the best feeling for me. Are you moving? You know, that we say the mindset is eat less and move more. And there's a sitcom, a show, I don't know if it was Second City TV or Saturday Night Live or one of these shows, and the skit is eat less, move more, and it's a joke because people understand. They're like, oh, I'm gonna eat the thing and the thing and the thing and the thing, and they overeat, and then they feel uncomfortable because, and they're like, oh, it was this, and it's like, well, you just ate 7 different things, so how do you know which made you feel the way you feel? Or I eat too late. And again, I revert back to raising a baby. Like we feed the baby delicate food so that their body can absorb the nutrients, but I never saw, let's give the baby, potatoes and rice at 9 o'clock at night. And I see so many people eating late and then try to put the baby to bed. Like, it doesn't work like that. And we get so far removed from, oh, let's get dressed and go to dinner. Like, that's my nightmare. People, let's go have dinner. I'm like, I start stressing as soon as someone says let's go to dinner, or somebody wants to go on a date, and I'm like, oh God, this is not going to be good. Like, can we do a lunch date? Okay, let's go to lunch, right? And then I don't have to hide all of my, by the way, I don't eat that. 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 And we become afraid of being who we are and saying, I don't eat that. I don't eat bread. I don't drink alcohol. Oh, you're not any fun. Like, no, actually, I'm a lot of fun, but I'm not going to live that lifestyle and feel like crap with that stuff in my body. I'm not playing that game anymore. I think that there's a subculture of people that I have surrounded myself with, and my legacy has created. Like, we eat very specifically because food, and I love going to dinner and being with a crowd of friends, and it's super fun, and I love overpaying for food. That's a lie. I hate overpaying for food. Hey, you want to take me to dinner? Awesome. But I really hate overpaying for food. It just makes me crazy. Like, you know, a $25 plate of pasta. Pasta's not food, by the way. It's just disgusting. It's like glue on a plate, and it's like 50 cents to make. Seriously? But you want to take me to dinner. I'm not going to eat the pasta, but give me that nice filet. I'm all in. I'm all in. Yeah. Right? And then I'm going to go for a walk afterwards. Guys, we want to talk about health and happiness. Mindset Reset. 5-week program. Zoom call tonight, 7 o'clock. You guys want to get involved? Send me a comment down below. I love you guys. I'm going to reach out. Dr. Peter Attia, A-T-T-I-A. He's got a really cool app that's called Zero. It's all about fasting. We're going to be talking about fasting this week, teaching you guys about fasting. Dr. Rhonda Patrick, amazing. All these people you can find on YouTube, get like your head wrapped around different concepts of eating. And they all have different pathways, but they all kind of come back to the center. Dr. Ken Berry, love this guy, love the way he talks, love the way he presents his information. Dr. Mindy Pelz, she's also like the fasting guru, follow her. Dr. Gabriel Lyons, now you want to talk about smart, like, she's not only just smart, she's so pretty and so, like, I think gorgeous. Like, wow. But smart and gorgeous together, wow. It's like, that trips me every time. So check these people out. I have a ton more of people that I follow, but those are like my go-tos. When I need information, I need answers for certain situations. I've been following these people. There are other organizations that I follow. If you guys want more information, send me a DM down below. I'm going to post your workout today. I am not doing your workout. I am actually just going to post it up here so you guys can get the workout started. But I'm gonna close out here, and I'm gonna restart in about 5 minutes. So if you guys are not love Rhonda, yeah, Found My Fitness, she's out. Great newsletter, yeah. Rhonda Patrick is amazing. She's also beautiful and smart. Again, if you like Rhonda, go check out Gabriel Lyons, Dr. Ken Berry, and yeah, like all of that and more. So go ahead and get warmed up, guys. Get your bands, get your balls, get your bells, get your whistles. I'll be back here in 5 minutes.